come on, guys. We just gotta admit that the Piston Cup racers are like our favorite things to collect. As they have been around for like years in the Cars franchise, within like the last 16 years or so, they've pumped out every Piston Cup racer, one after another. And we never get tired of it at all. It's never tiring, to say the least. Never tiring. And that is because there's always been like something to collect in the Cars franchise. Whether it be XRS stuff, background characters, or even townies, I think these definitely beat them all. Thus being the Piston Cup racers. And today I'm going to show you guys every single one of those racers, customs included, and how their generation has changed like over the years. Now, quick disclaimer before we actually start. This video will probably end up being like an hour long or so. So just try and stick around to the end of the video. Or you just want to watch them at random times, you can definitely do so. And you can also skip ahead. But I highly recommend not to, because you're going to miss all the goodness. Anyways, so we're just going to start off with the Rusteze sponsor right here, with the one, the only, Lightning Mcqueen. Right here is the Cars 1 version. I'm going to bring up the main 4 here for now. This one is the Cars 1 version on the right. This right here is the Hudson Hornet Piston Cup one in the beginning of Cars 2 on the middle right. This is the Rusteze Mcqueen that was featured in Cars 3 during his crash on the middle left. And here's the Cars 3 version of the Lightning Mcqueen on the left. So you can pretty much see how the sponsor has evolved like throughout the years, throughout like the 10 years or so he's been racing. Yeah, we're just gonna show you the fabulous Rusteze Racing Center and NASCAR ones as well, along with Cruise, because why not? So yeah, pretty big change for an evolution, so to say. Yeah, this is gonna be like... This video is going to be, like, split into multiple parts, so don't worry, guys. Yep, it's going to be split into, like, multiple parts, so you don't need to worry. And definitely think about which out of all these racers I'm going to show you guys today is your favorite. Because definitely think about it. It's going to be a hard decision to make. Wow. Lots of Rusteze racers. Or should I say lots of Lightning McQueens, rather. I'm doing Fabulous because why not? I mean, McQueen could probably continue racing in that fabulous paint job. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the Rusteze generation. We're going to put you on back here, Lightning McQueen, since we've already done you. Next, we're going to move on to Dinoco. Yep, we've got 3 racers, including the NASCAR Dinoco Cruz Ramirez that was featured in that 5-pack that's still not even available in stores yet as I'm recording this video. So yeah, the King, Cal, and Cruz. I mean, I just love that NASCAR Cruz. It's probably my favorite out of all of them in this sponsor by far. Got the backs here. Yeah, that's gonna be like a long video to take. A long video, or should I say a long video to make, sorry. So yeah. which, as you know, they gave Cruz the 51 instead of the 42 because Mcqueen thought that Doc would be happy in the Cars 3 movie. I mean, Dinoco is like a very trustworthy brand in the franchise. I'll just say that. Anyways, move you guys down there. We're next gonna do, looking at my chart here, leak less. So, as you can see, Cars 1 racer Claude Scruggs on the left, Brian Spark, the Cars 3 stock car in the middle, and George Newen, the Cars 3 Next Gen on the right. George is like super rare now, being only released in that 5-pack, exclusive to Walmart 3 years ago. Wow, I can't believe it's been that long. Man. Whoa, it's bumping all the Dinoco cars. I mean, I do like the little splotch that they've done on the back here, but this next gen just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry if you guys like George, but he just doesn't do it for me, unlike Brian and Claude over here. They're pretty good, those two. As for the next gen, not so much. Moving you guys over a little bit. Actually, say goodbye to these guys for now because we're moving on to the back here, and then we'll continue on with dun 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 Trunk Fresh. We got Dirksen D'Agostino being the stock car for both versions, and then the next gen right here, Steve Slick LePage, being released in that 4-pack, extremely rare, but then got a re-release in like one of those other big 11-packs not long ago. Man, I just love the Cars 1 version of Dirksen and the Cars 3 one. I'm sorry, but I'm just not so much a fan of these next gens, you know? Yeah, I detailed the Cars 3 Dirksen to make it more accurate to the movie. So yeah, it's a pretty neat thing. Going for the Trunk Fresh sponsorship. Yeah, we're gonna put you right here. Then we've got Gaskets here. The racetrack treat, as they call it. With Sage Vanderspin, Rex Revler, Dan Garcia, all named in order here. My favorite is definitely Sage, by far. Next to Dan. But Rex, just so similar. It's pretty much like a carbon and copy of Rex. I mean, they didn't even bother to put the logo on the hood right there, if you can see, for Rex. This is the rubber tire version of Sage. Pretty cool variation. And also, I think, quite rare, too. Yeah. Even the backs are a bit different. Especially on Dan. Whoa, I like change. Especially since Dan's got that, like, metallic blue effect. Especially his Thailand variation. It looks like a metallic version of Dan. Man, it's just really beautiful how these sponsors have grown. Trunk Fresh and Gaskets. Then we're going to do Nitroade High Energy Drink. So we got Phil Tankson, or actually, sorry, Aiken Axler, then Phil Tankson, and then Tim Treadless. So, I remember very well Aiken Axler being released in like one of those first parts of the diecast line being in 2006. I mean, that was where it really all began for this guy. And Phil was released like not too long after Tim Treadless was. Even though I don't get why they released him before the stock car. Yeah, sorry about the chipped metallic Tim. I really try to take care of my cars very well. I mean, we remember Phil very well being in that trailer for Cars 3 as well, which is like 5 years now. Almost 6. God, I can't believe it's been that long. I definitely prefer the metallic Tim over the regular Tim any day of the week. Let's move these guys over. Up for the 7th part is HTB, or Chick Hicks. We've got Chick Hicks and Rowdy Rev-N-Bush being the only 2 HTB racers. If you'd like to see the review on Rowdy, you can definitely do so, because that's a really great diecast to have. If you haven't already, you should definitely go find Rowdy if you haven't. And also, if you'd like to see the comparison of the Cars 3 to Cars 1 stock cars, you can definitely do so. Yeah, I'm doing this for, like, next-gens, Cars 3 stock cars, and Cars 1 racers. Obviously, the number here changed from 86 to 18. Rowdy's got those balloons, just like on Chick Hicks, and man, the sponsors, though, they put them on the hood this time. That is clever, man. So, yeah, I'll be right back with the changed rows here. And, yeah, we'll go on from there, eh? Now, before we start part 2 of this video, I just want to say something really quick, is that I was nervous as hell, as the camera was not showing any screen in the background. It was like pitch black, like my other phone that one time. And then I saw it on the video, and I breathed a huge sigh of relief. So, we're now going to do part 2 with the sponsors you see right in front of you. And we're actually going to start off with SynerG here, with Spiky Phillips, or Eric Breaker, and Lane Lock. This is a custom, by the way, not the real one, because the Lane Lock is far too valuable and rare. So yeah, you can pretty much see what's changed and what's not. Yeah, I did the 5 like the 6. Still need to do the backlights. This was made out of an extra Backyardly I had. As you can see, the chips. So yeah. Eric Breaker was in that 2-pack with Spiky Phillips, who we'll get on to soon. Now we are going to do the next one, which is actually Shifty Drug. I have actually decided to put some NASCARs in here, just like Disney Docket did in his video once. By the way, check out that video if you haven't already. It's really cool. With 2 versions of Kevin Racing Tire. The 2 right here are the Cars 1 version, and this one here is the Cars 3 version. It's a bit blurry, the camera. Might want to move them back a little. So yeah. What's your favorite racer for each sponsor? No idea, honestly. Tie between Kevin and William. The Cars 1 Kevin and William, that is. I didn't even bother to paint out the back lights. That's just how lazy I was. Whoa. William is one of my favorite NASCAR racers in the line. I didn't do a good job at all for the Cars 3 Kevin at all. Honestly, I did the best for... I did one of the best job. This is like one of my favorite customs right here. The custom next gen. Which is pretty nice. So yeah, we're just going to put you guys back where you belong. I don't mind if you're out of order. Next, we've got Rev-N-Go here. Misty Motorcraft, the Cars 1 racer, and Rev-N-Go racer, who I've nicknamed as the fan-made racer name for now to be Matt Brakening, along with the next-gen racer, M-Fast Fawn. So, Misty's definitely by far my favorite. Not really doing it M-Fast because of the green colors. But oh well. Man, just how much have they changed over the years, am I right? The rubber tires version of Misty, by the way, is this one. From like 2009 or so. Man. You might have to have a lot of memories if you had her. Because she was in the rubber tires line exclusive to Kmart back in the day, which is unfortunately closed like Toys R Us now. Oh well, you can't win at everything, can you? Speaking of winning, here is the last sponsor in the front here, for the row at least, being No Stall. Todd Marcus, Cars 1 and Cars 3 racers, and Jonas Carver's, the next gen. Jonas Carver's was released like in that case. It was beginning of quarantine, like with Fair Game. Great memories of that stuff for like 2 years ago. Speaking of Fair Game, he's actually pretty rare. Fair Game, the 155 scale one. Pardon the chipped racers. I try to take care of them the best I can. They've really changed here. I love the Cars 3 Todd because he's got like multiple colors like blue, indigo, burgundy, red, and turquoise, or aquamarine. He's got a lot of colors, the Cars 3 version. So yeah, we're just gonna scoot you guys away. Whooshka, whooshka, and whooshka. Now, next is Blinkr, a Cars 3 only sponsor. So, the first diecast that we ever got of Blinkr was the Ryan Laney, not this ugly Thailand version here, but the 2017 version that was made in China. And then after that came the Speedy Comet, this Speedy Comet here. Yes, it is a China one, not a factory custom, because it came in that launcher, which was sold back in Walmart in those days. I don't know why they didn't label it as an exclusive. Don't know why. Anyways, the backs here. Man, just how much have they changed? So Ryan Laney's number is now from 21 to 12 as seen in the NASCAR version here. They've really changed a lot, the Piston Cup racers, throughout the years, haven't they, folks? I hope you guys don't mind this being like an hour-long video or half an hour-long video, because it just, you know, really takes a lot of time, you know, with like the sponsors and all that stuff, because, you know, there's just a lot of racers in the line. And it's what collectors like. By the way, here we have N2O Cola, the racers being Manny Flywheel on the right, Cars 1 version. Parker Breakston here in the middle, and then H.J. Hollis in the right. Sorry, Manny Flywheel's on the left. This is Manny Flywheel. This is Parker Breakston, and this is H.J. Hollis. I have the Thailand version out because why not? They're so different. They're really great, these Piston Cup racers are, because they're really what us collectors are a fan of, you know? This guy originally released back in like the promo thing for like Toys R Us, and he was really cool because he had pink window bars. That isn't like that for all the racers, unfortunately, though I wish it was. Or I wish it were. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, can they? Goodbye, you two. Or you three. Now, this. We're going to move on to an old Piston Cup racer now. Being ReVolting, Dave Alternators, and TG Castlenut. And Aaron Clocker in that order. So, yeah, it's pretty nice that they decided to do a ReVolting car for the old sponsors. $300 from 84 to 48. Whoa. One of the biggest number changes ever. Except for the 84 to 48, though. Like, how? How original. Whoa, and looks like Ryan's trying to get some screen time again. You've already had your screen time, Ryan. You've already had it. Whoa. It's really, really different because, man, ReVolting has changed a lot from 1950s to today. As he was the rookie who Doc Hudson flipped over at that scene in Cars 3, if you remember. All right. There we go. Forgot to mention that Aaron was only released in a 5-pack, but who really cares about that now? That 5-pack is sort of irrelevant, if you know what I mean. Anyways, I'll be back with the next row. Well, here we are with the third row, I believe. With now even more sponsors. So, we are actually going to start off with the very back here, RPM, starting with Winford, Bradford, Rutherford, released way back in 2006 or 2007. And this is the 2008 version here. And right next to him, we have Bruce Miller, and right next to him, we have Barry DePedal. Pretty cool, huh? I'd say that this is one of the least changed sponsors from the stock cars, along with Rex Revler, Red Meeker, Ernie Gearson, and Rusty Cornfuel. Along with a few others as well, like Brian Spark. But we're not going to talk about that now. We'll save that for another video. Anyways, yeah. Bruce Miller's got like orange, yellow, and blue, while Winford has the same colors, with a little bit of white mixed in as well. And Barry just has blue, navy blue, and orange, along with red and some purple. That's it. He was only in that Next Gen Racers 4-pack, but Bruce, I believe, got a couple releases. Barry, however, got multiple releases. 2019 receiving 2 single releases and then a 2-pack later on. But his first release was in that 4-pack. And then he got another release in like one of those big mega packs. So he's not even rare anymore. We don't even remember him being a part of the pack anymore. It's that propulsive. I think that's a new word I just made up. Anyways, Ernie Gearson. The 2 versions barely changed at all, but they're kind of different nonetheless. Because Ernie just has a cyan paint job, while this Cars 3 Ernie just has stars and the navy blue front. Along with some stars at the back as well. Spearmint. Yep. Nick Shift really changed compared to the 155 scale one. So yeah, that's really, really cool that they did that. Because Nick Shift was like released last year, and one of those cases that included like Racing Red Francesco and Clovis Ryder and the Rusty and all those guys. Next up, we have Tankcoat, my favorite racer here, Eugene Karbareski. We also have Reb Meeker and Rich Mixon alongside. So yeah, pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff going on here. The sponsors barely changed from the stock cars, but the next gen, man, it's really changed. I did a team review on Tanko not long ago, so you can see that. Just place them that way for now. Then we've got Toe Cap with Rusty Corn Fuel, Jack to Post, and JD McPillar. So, barely a change from Cars 1 to Cars 3. I know. The biggest difference is that they don't have, like, the hitch at the top there of the hood. And the 4. Definitely the 4. It's changed a lot. Toe cap hitch protector, which is not on the bottom of the hood anymore. As you can see on Rusty here, it's now on the top of the hood for Jack. Hitch protector, toe cap, and they added a new hitch for JD. Very, very cool. Number 4, 2 number 4s, which I think is pretty cool. Wow, just wow. Yeah, I did detail Rusty's tires to match in the movie because they were inaccurate, along with some other guys who, yeah, like Ernie Gearson, the Cars 3 one, Rev-N-Go, and I think a few others as well. But the look at these guys just goes bland and beyond south of the border, if you know what I mean. The next gens, that is. We're just going to move these guys over and do our next one with Combustr, Chip Gearings, and Chris Roman. Interestingly, they both have a CH at the beginning of their first name. So yeah, the Combustr logo has changed from like a hammer thing to like a Minecraft design. Combustr, the power of online banking. So yeah, they're probably going to battle. Speaking of which, I think Chris is actually going to get a re-release this year in 2022, along with Rev-Rotages, from what I've heard. Which I don't know why they have not been released yet. Maybe they're waiting till like the end of the year to release that case. I don't know. But anyways, there was supposed to be a China version of Chris as well, but that got canned. But I don't want to risk biting the bullet now, do I? Because I think that version is like way too expensive. Anyways, our next sponsor here, Tach-O-Mint. Now, a very, very sad story about Tach-O-Mint is that his diecast, or the NASCAR version of this sponsor, was supposed to get a diecast release in the Cars NASCAR crossover line, but I think unfortunately is canceled now, I'm sorry to say. Really, really sad. But oh well. Hopefully, though, they release it. Because, you know, I really want a Tach-O-Mint next gen. I mean, I'm fine with Rowdy Revan, but come on. Did you really have to make him HTB? You could have just made Kyle Busch the Tach-O-Mint next gen. That would have attracted a lot of people's attention. But no, you just chose not to. Wow, Mattel, sometimes I have to question you. I really, really do. A neat design that I did with the next gen is that I customized his rims like the gumdrops. So yeah, that was pretty cool that I did that. Lastly for this row is the four-wheel drive team with Johnny Blamer, the Cars 1 racer, Tommy Highbanks, the Cars 3 stock car, and then Herb Kerbler, the next gen. That's pretty cool that they gotten a lot of evolution over the years. They went from just dirt decals to extreme dirt decals. Very, very cool. And of course, the number has always been 54. The number's always been 54, guys. And the rims have always stayed like black or gray. They haven't even changed to like green. Which is fine with me. I can live with that. No, seriously, I can. The hood design's gone from slanted to just plain. Which I'm alright with, but then again, it's just not the same. Well, we've gone down the halfway mark of these sponsors here with the fourth row, I believe so. Let me just check. Oh, we've got 2 more rows after this. Never mind. So I guess we've passed the halfway point by now. So we're going to start off with Shiny Wax here with Darren Leadfoot for both stock cars and Conrad Camber, the next gen. Which the next gen is actually my first name. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Anyways, looking at the logos here, they've changed quite a bit on the Cars 3 version. Though it doesn't have rings, I'm fine with it. Though the Cars 3 next gen decided to bring that back, but a little bit more formatted. But they did it on the side, too, for all 3 generations, so it doesn't really matter there. Now, does it? Man, I love all of the Piston Cup racers. But as for stock cars and next gens to be my favorite, that's a toughie. I'd have to say between Conrad Camber and Will Rush for the next gens. Cars 3 stock cars, I think Rutages. And then for Cars 1, I'd say Eugene Carbureski because of the pink color. I mean, the pink color just really emulates. Though there is a Thailand version of Darren, both Cars 1 and Cars 3 and Conrad out there, I decided not to bring them out because who really cares about variants at this point besides another guy who we're going to take a look at momentarily. Now, here we have Dale Earnhardt Jr. So, this is all we have. I do have a next gen somewhere. You can check out that review. But yeah, this is the only diecast that they made of Dale Earnhardt Jr. With granted, there is a rubber tires variation out there, but that version is like pretty rare, so I don't want to fork buying it for a lot of money, for now at least. But it's definitely on my want list for diecasts. Looks kind of similar like Todd Marcus. Yeah. From the Cars 1 movie. Just try not to get him mixed up with Kevin Racing Tire or Todd, will ya? Because, man, we're going to be in some serious trouble if we do. And I think Dale's wife has been an issue within the copyright infringement of Dale Earnhardt. I'm just saying that his wife was. I don't know about the whole copyright thing, but I know for a fact it has something to do with Dale's wife. And if you look to his rooftop, you can see that his name is printed up there, Dale Earnhardt Jr., which is pretty cool. And I detail the tires red to be accurate, which is nice. Anyways, next is Mood Springs with Chuck Armstrong, Dud Throttleman, and Ed Trunken. And Chuck Armstrong has like one of the rarest diecast variants ever, being the Race Damage Mood Springs, like the rarest mainline release. Let's just hope that they make a re-release of him in damaged form. Although I sincerely doubt it, it would still be kind of nice to see it, you know? And they changed the logo quite a bit over the years with Mood Springs, as you can see. With just Mood Springs in a box, Mood Springs out. But still good writing. And Mood Springs, like, in a blocky font, like Minecraft. But it's pretty good, you know. These sponsors have really changed. For the better and for worse, I'd say. Whoa. Nick Shift wanted to get in the camera again to get some, what's it called? Yeah, Nick Shift wanted to get in the camera again to get some more screen time. Sorry, Nick, you've already had some screen time. Next, Vitoline. For older active cars, we got James Clean Air, Brick Yardley, Chase Racelet, and the NASCAR version of Chase, which has changed to the numbers. So, I really like the foil on Chase Racelet here. I think he's one of my favorites. Along with the Cars one, James, but the NASCAR one just doesn't do it for me. I'm really sorry, all you NASCAR fans out there, but the NASCAR one just doesn't really suit it. Though the number 9 and the tires are pretty cool, but still, I prefer the original if it had the number 9. And yeah, like I said, like a few times probably already, definitely think about which racer is your most favorite. Well, you already know that. Kevin Racing Tire. Because, of course, he's my channel sponsor name. And then probably some more favorites would be Eugene, James, Chase, Lee, along with some others like Winford, Johnny, don't know who else. And also, of course, Lightning McQueen, of course. You gotta put him in there, because how else would it be a list without Lightning McQueen in there, right? Anyways, yeah, you could see on the Cars 3 version of Chase, they changed his foil on the sides. Along with the NASCAR version, they changed the design on the sides and on the hood, which is okay. It's not the most perfect thing in the world, but you know, I can live with it. Especially because Brick Yardley used to be a peg warmer everywhere you went. Target, Walmart, Toys R Us, whatever. You saw him everywhere, even in packs. But thank God those days are over, am I right? Now let's go, folks. Clear the way. Next, we're doing a triple dent with dun dun dun, a Cars 1 racer. What? Yeah, I know Triple Dent didn't have a racer in Cars 1, but I made a custom of him, which you'll be seeing soon on the channel. I can't wait to do this custom review of the Triple Dent Cars 1 racer. I really can't. But I still haven't decided for a name of the Triple Dent Cars 1 racer yet. Oh, and also, as you can see, and also, throughout the years, Terry Cargas has changed from the Cal Weathers model to the Brick Yardley model in Thailand, which I'm very glad that Mattel fixed it up. They really did a good job at that, for fixing it up. Can't say the same for Cam, though, because they never even bothered to fix his eyelids or wheels. Though I did it myself, because Mattel just wasn't doing it, you know? They decided never to do it. Or to put their foot down and said that they would never do it at all. Like, okay, Mattel, I guess we can customize it on our own, but, yeah. Oh, and on the China version of the Terry Cargas, it has, like, some blue, regular blue on the back bumper, where on the Thai version, it's a baby blue, so I think that's accurate. So pretty nice that they accuratized it up. Fantastic work, Mattel. And that's how I got the collector card a while ago up the back there, like a year ago. And I know that the original Terry Cargas was the one that most people hated, but I actually prefer the inaccurate Terry Cargas because you could say that he was probably in Cars 1 if this was his model, or if this was Terry Cargas in Cars 1. But anyways, off you go. Next, we're going to do Clutchade with Kevin Shiftright, the Cars 1 version, on the left, Dino Drafsky in the middle, and Noah Gocheck on the right. All right. As we all remember, like back in 2018 or so, Dino had a rare metallic release that was only released internationally, but never made it to other countries, which is unfortunate. But at least I had 2. Yes, you heard me correctly. 2. I customized one because I had an extra one, and you're like, Shifty, what have you done? Don't worry. Don't worry. I still have it in my collection. This is the 2017 version of Kevin, by the way. And after that, Noah was released in 2020 in Case C with, like, Silver Chick Hicks, Silver Jackson, Trainer Cruz, Kurt with Bug Teeth, Harvey, and all those other guys. And also, did I say Case C? I meant Case B originally. Shifty, you're so dumb. Yeah, Shifty is so dumb. But I advertised Kevin Racing, or should I say Kevin Shiftright's tires on the bottom there. If you can get a good look at it from the bottom of your screen. Gosh, I don't want to break the fourth wall again. That's the first in this video, I think. Hopefully. And they about have the same, like, font on the Cars 3 and Cars 1 stock car versions, but the next gen is really, really different. By the way, I like how they put the little dash on the A there. Last for this row, Transberry Juice with Lee Revkins, the Cars 1 racer, Marcus Cranksler, the Cars 3 stock car, and 2 variations of Bubba Wheelhouse. This is the Cars 3 version that was given 2 releases and is getting a re-release in a 5-pack, so keep an eye out for that at Walmart. Which his 2 only releases were, like, in 2017 for the Cars 3 mainline and in the Bobby Rotesta 10-pack exclusive to Amazon, which that diecast is extremely rare now, from what I've been hearing. But the NASCAR version has been released, like, a few months ago in a Walmart exclusive line. Of course, being the NASCAR, which he came with a pit stop barrier, which you guys can check out if you haven't already, or you just want to see it again. And the number changed from, like, 63 to 6, like what is presented here on Lee and Marcus. So, a pretty nice evolution of the sponsor, I gotta say. Not one of my favorite changes, but is definitely one worth showing, so goodbye, you guys! No, I'm not leaving you guys just yet. We got a couple more to go. Well, guys, it's about over. Or at least for doing the sponsors. For the 6th, or should I say 5th row, we're gonna start off with Lil Tourquey Pistons, which is one of my least favorite sponsors, unfortunately. But, you know, we're just gonna do this real quick. Ralph Carlo here as the Pistons logo in the circle on the Cars 1 version on the hood, while Cars 3 Ralph doesn't. They kept the number 117. They completely got rid of the red on the next gen. Why the need to do that, just like on Dan here? Just why? And right before this, my iPhone had to update. So hopefully it doesn't just glitch out on us. Or let's hope the battery just doesn't die quickly, because that would be embarrassing. Honestly, that would be embarrassing. Got Ralph Carlo. Yep, with the Lil Tourquey Pistons sponsors. The Pistons logo is not on any of the two guys' backs. But, however, it's on the Cars 1 version of Ralph, so that's a plus. Wow, look at that evolution change. You thought I was going to say, look at that shine, didn't you? Oh, come on, Mcqueen. You really thought I was going to say that? Yeah, whatever. We're doing Octane Gain now next with Billy Oil Changer, the Cars 1 racer, in orange. Bobby Swift, the Cars 3 Octane Gain racer, in a unique purple color. That's something never seen before, which is kind of weird. And I think my favorite out of this entire Octane Gain group here is Billy, because of the rare orange coat. Then we have the Cars 3 version of Danny right here. The number changed from like 58 to 19 to 99. Whoa. What a lot of number changes, dude. They got rid of the foil on Danny for the NASCAR version. And they completely removed the rookie stripes. And something about Billy's ReVolting logo. He has a black ReVolting logo, much like of what Winford had, a blue ReVolting logo, which is kind of weird, no offense. But yeah, I think it was red in the actual movie. So yeah, if it's not blue in the movie, or if it's not black in the movie, just let me know. And I will gladly. Next, let's do Jackson Storm's sponsor, Igniter. Now, the NASCAR version is by far my least favorite release of Jackson. Of course, the Igniter logo changed, along with a 2.0, changed really good. And the Jackson Storm changed from like a gray to a light baby blue. Pretty neat there, but not the best design at all. 2.0, Champion, S, changed quite a bit. 2.0, yep, Igniter, Champion. Yep, we also got the tires. And the eyes. Man, the eyes. They haven't changed at all, those eyes. And the headlights, too. They barely changed, though. Now, we're just going to move you guys out of the way. Whooshka. Whooshka. Next, Sidewall Shine. A sponsor that didn't unfortunately return in Cars 3. Although I wish it did return. That would be awesome if it did, though, because then we would get to see cool designs like this. And this is Slider Petrolski, the Cars 1 version, and this is the custom Cars 3 version, and this is Evan Breaksworth, my custom next gen, and here's the real next gen, Karsten Ace Dillon. Although I think it's kind of stupid how they named him like Karsten Ace Dillon, that is. And the Sidewall Shine logo flipped on the next gen. Yeah, I tried replicating my own logo on the Cars 3 version. It didn't go so well. And the yellow paint is chipping off the spoiler of Evan Breaksworth, so I might have to fix that. But regardless, though, Onyai, fixed slider to be accurate to the movie. So he's going to have a camera in the near future, which that's going to be cool, because he was shown taking photos of Mcqueen in the Speedway at the South race. And next gens, they don't even have any cameras. Maybe their sponsors couldn't afford it. But regardless, though, I still like the Piston Cup racers, camera or not. And I picked up a slider Patrolski from the flea market, which I made in custom, which you're going to see in the next video, spoiler alert. As you can see, the 74 way over there. Let me zoom in on it. Sorry. So yeah, the sidewall shine right there behind the fusing card is what you're going to see in the next video. Let's do Gask-it now. A rememberable sponsor in the Cars 1 movie. With the Cars 1 Floyd on the left, Cars 3 Floyd in the middle, and Richie Guns It on the right. As you can see, as you can tell, on the hoods, they changed from like a circular pillow to a rectangular one. But Floyd, he's not one of the more overlooked Cars 3 racers, like I'd say for Ralph Carlo and Buck Bearingley here, whereas they're kind of forlorn. But Floyd here isn't. I guess you could say the same that Rev-N-Go is forlorn, but not really. The number stayed 70. Floyd didn't have any headlights in Cars 1. Whereas in Cars 3, he got fixed to more realistic-looking headlights, which is pretty cool. So yeah. The logo's barely changed on Richie in the Cars 3 Floyd, which I'm okay with. Not happy, by all means. And Floyd, did you get your eye color changed? Did you have some eye color changing surgery or something? And yes, that actually is a thing. Eye color changing surgery. So we're just gonna blow you guys away. Whooshka. Move on to the last sponsor of this row with Vinyl Toupee. Crusty rotor, Cars 1 version. Nice pink paintwork. Rev-N-Go is in the middle. Looking bland and gray, but still my favorite Cars 3 stock car. And finally, Will Rush here. Retro and 80s. And as well, I have another Will Rush in the background, as you can see. Pretty nice. Or as Mo would say, pretty clever. Yes. I might put my old Will Rush in that blister. Yes, they still have light gear tires. Might have to fix my original Will Rush, because his paint's kind of chipped. Fixed it for Rev, but not for Will, unfortunately. But that's okay. That is A-okay. Because Krusty just got a re-release this year in 2022 in like a 2-pack. One of the rarest Cars 1 racers of all time, along with Misty. Yep, he's up there with Misty, along with being in that 2017 extremely rare release. Extremely rare, that one. So we're going to move on to the 6th and final row. Here we go, the moment you've all been waiting for, guys. All right, folks, we've made it. We're down to the home stretch with these last few sponsors left to go. First, we are going to do Fiber Fuel, with Rush Kerber being the Cars 1 racer. You got the Cars 3 custom stock car that I made along with the Next Gen, who is the female Next Gen racer. And Gogo Logano, who is a completely different model compared to the custom Next Gen I made. Which, if you want to make custom Cars fan-made racers, you can. So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff we got here. The number here, of course, changed from 56 to 22, as seen on the next gen here. Probably going to add 56 on the custom next gen roof. Later on, suppose, in due time I will. But yeah, fiber fuel. It's got a yellow trim now, and yellow rims on the next gen custom stock car. But, of course, Brush Kerber and Go-Go Logano were the only ones made for the company. So if you don't like that fiber fuel appeared in Cars 3, I can agree with you, sort of. But I'm sort of glad that they left, you know, because they're kind of bland, not really one of my favorites. Well, what are you going to do? Let's do bumper save next with Ponchu Wipeout with both stock cars. Right here is Cars 1. Cars 3 are these two. This one was released on May 1st. This one was... Sorry. That one was released in the 11 pack. So yeah, bit of an awkward eye change going on there. As you can see, the first one had black eyelids, while the new one has the blue eyelids, just like what they did with Cam Spinner. But they didn't even bother to fix the cam, did they? Yeah. But they did it for Ponchi, which I'm glad that they did so. And then the next gen is Paul Conrev. So yeah, who's your favorite bumper save racer? No idea at all, actually. I haven't looked at these guys in like forever, so it's kind of hard for me to decide. But I'm sure I've reviewed them all before. A bit of a different cream texture on the trunks as well, which is pretty cool for a variant. Anyways. Yeah. The next gen just went from a baby blue to a pearl white with decals in like blue and red. Kind of like a United States next gen. Speaking of which, I might do that next year for the 4th of July. So stick around for that till next year. Not like for 11 months, no. No. Don't stick around for that long, seriously. Just stay subscribed if you haven't already on my channel. If you want to see the custom American next gen. Then let's do a new Cars 3 sponsor now with Carbon Cyber being Bobby Rotesta and Jim Reverick. So yeah, both of these racers are pretty rare, being released only one time each. So yeah, Carbon Cyber is not a really common racer to release and sponsor-wise. So yeah, it's pretty expensive, these two are, I would assume. And rare as well, because Bobby Rotesta was only released in like a 10-pack, whereas Jim Reverick only got a single release in only one case last year, believe it or not. But we waited around for like 4 years for them to release the next gen, so I'm finally glad that they actually made the next gen for Carbon Cyber, because, you know, we've sort of deserved it, this long a wait. Kind of looks like the Tomica one, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Jim Reverick's not one of my favorite next gens, but that's okay. At least he has a cool metallic finish, which makes it all up. Put you guys back. Now we're going back to a Cars 1 sponsor that unfortunately didn't make it to Cars 3 with retread here. Hauling Gas, Eddie Fastlane, the next gen. Don't know the name, but it's fan-made though, and along with Eric Almiroling, the NASCAR line retread racer. Yeah, I did a really bad job on the next gen, as you could see. But the custom stock car, pretty good. Yeah, I did accuratize the rims to match Hauling Gas. Gosh, Hauling Gas is in, like, one of my top 10 favorite Cars 1 racers of all time. You just can't go wrong with the lavender shade, can you? I mean, the lavender shade is, like, one of my favorites. Of course, they changed to blue from 79 to 10 as well, but it's okay. I can live with that, because it's Eric Almirola's number in real life, after all. And I believe his race car is colored blue, just like the next gen here. They could have did AJ Allman Driver like I've done in that one video, if you like to see that. Anyways, we're gonna push these guys away. Come on. Whooshka. The last sponsor of the... the last one of the day. Now, Sputter Stop here. Murray Clutchburn was initially released, the Cars 1 version, in 2008 in that Kmart exclusive rubber tires line. Whereas the Cars 3 Murray was first released in the Cars 3 lineup in the Case A of singles for that year, released on May 1st. Gosh, I can't believe it's been like 5 years now that we've had this guy. And Sheldon Shifter, who was released like 4 years ago in 2018, like the beginning of the year. So he's not really special at all. But we love all these racers. They like have a special holding in our heart, you know? There's some we love and there's some that we, well, just don't like, you know? And I think that's one of the high hopes for the Cars franchise, is that we looked forward for them to releasing more Piston Cup racers. That was one of the biggest high hopes I had back in 2018. But that led into the end of 2021, completing all the next gens. Alright, you guys, let's go. What's next? Intersection. Yep, intersection. We only have 2 racers, with being Jimmy Cables and Flip Dover. Flip Dover might actually get... Flip Dover is planning on to get a re-release this year in 2022, because he was only available in a 5-pack, or should I say, sorry, 4-pack, exclusive to Target, whereas Jimmy got a couple pack releases along with a single. Can't stay rare forever. You can't stay rare forever, can you? Yep, it is believed that you can't make a car rare forever. It has to get re-released like some point. Otherwise, it remains rare. You know what I'm talking about? And if they might get re-released, then that re-release might actually become rare again. We never know, do we? Speaking of rare cars, I like the ribbon design on Jimmy. Flipped Over didn't have much going on. But I do like the pink color design, though. Let's do Easy Idle. And you guys are eyeing Apple up the back there. We'll get to them momentarily, I promise you. Anyways, Ruby Easy Oaks, Carl Clutchin, and Harvey Rodcap. I decided to make Harvey black because it matched the movie. So I hope you guys like that change that I did, because I think it suits him more to be accurate to the movie, instead of just having that gray coat and that metallic gunmetal gray. Ooh, can't stand the color. It doesn't even match black. Plus, the sun would just wave off him. Man, looking at the logos of the trunks, Easy Idle just went from classic to texturized, I would say. And he does have and Carl Clutchin does have a grid like he did on Will Rush. And the number was changed from 51 to 15, I think, because of Cruz Ramirez having that number 51. But also they did it with ReVolting from 84 to 48 because of Apple back there, as you can see. Because they had the 84, because they were built in 1984. And last but certainly not least, Drum roll, please. Apple, our final sponsor of the day. So we only know 2 of these racers' names so far, thus being Mac Icar, the Cars 1 racer, and JP Drive, the next-gen Piston Cup racer. But I don't know who this guy is. Who do you think I should name him? I don't even know yet. Because I've been wanting to name that guy for like forever now. And all these are customs, by the way, but they aren't actually made, which I'm fine with because that just makes them... If I were to sell them on eBay, they'd go for pretty pricey, I would say. Like around $200 to $300. Maybe not even that big, but you get my picture. This is like one of my oldest customs ever, surprisingly. But I took 4 years later to review it. Whereas the other ones were just made immediately after. So yeah, guys, that pretty much does it for this video. This long video. I'm just going to bring out some of my favorites. Because, why not? Because I think you'll really love it. Got the next gens. My favorite next gens. Who else? And Fast Fallen, because why not? We also got Nick Shift. Who else? Who else? We're just gonna do stock cars now. With Rev Rotages. Who else? Tommy Highbanks. Got Dino Trafsky as well. Carl Clutchburn, because why not? He's one of my favorites as well. Murray Clutchburn. I think that pretty much concludes it. Oh, never mind. Darren Leadfoot. You go right there. Eugene Karpareski. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it took a long time to make. And I applaud you for sticking around this long. I really do. Or otherwise I just wouldn't be here without you guys, you know? I cannot thank you guys enough for sticking around this long. I just can't. This video took like a really long time to make as well because I have a lot of these racers. So yeah. Let me know which is your favorite Piston Cup racers down in the comments as well. I'd love to know what your favorite racers are from the movies. So anyways, I shall see you on the next video in a couple days for the Metallic Slider Petrolski video. See you guys then. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. And as always, peace. There's a lot of us on here.